These are the very fortunate children of the most unfortunate leprosy victims. They are fortunate because they do not have leprosy, which is the worst disease known to mankind. No other disease was or will be as terrible as leprosy. Cure for the disease was found after tens of thousands of years of human suffering. This disease does not allow a person to live normally, nor does it allow one to die. Saint Gregorius Balagram Yacharam. This school was started in the year 1987 with 5 healthy children of leprosy victims. And by the year 1992, the strength rose to 100. Now, the strength of the students has risen to 200. The daily program of the children is to get up at 6:30 a.m. They bathe. And pray until 7:30 a.m.
Our Father who art in heaven,
This is a portrait of the patriarch Abraham about to slaughter his son Isaac. He is about to make the supreme sacrifice as God had commanded him to do so. However, God is pleased with his obedience and intervenes before the terrible act is performed. An angel of the Lord appears and announces that God would substitute the sacrifice of Isaac with the sacrifice of a lamb. Later, they study in their rooms till 8:30 a.m. And then breakfast at 9 a.m. At 9:30 a.m., an assembly is held. After the assembly, they take their lunch boxes and go to school. They return from school at 4:30 p.m. From 4:30 to 5:30 p.m. they play games. After which they wash their clothes and have a bath. They say their daily prayers in the evening at 6 p.m. They study from 7 to 8:30 p.m. After that, they have their dinner at 8:30 p.m. And then from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m., they study again. The younger children go to bed at 10 p.m. and the older study up to 11 p.m. Apart from children from Andhra Pradesh, children from other states are also admitted to the Balagram.
मेरा नाम लक्ष्मी बेन है, सूरत से आई, छोकरे को एडमिशन कराने के वास्ते आई।
St. Gregorius Balagram Eye Hospital, which has a tie-up with the prestigious L.V. Prasad Eye Institute of Hyderabad, has completed 7 years of service. Here in this eye hospital, people from nearby villages are also treated. We spoke to these children of the leprosy victims. We asked them about what they aspired to be. One wanted to be a doctor, another an engineer, yet another a soldier. Children who excel in their studies at the Balagram are encouraged to study further. This bright young boy is 20 years old and is pursuing a course in engineering. Word and Deed Institute. This is another non-government organization established by Mr. Thomas Nathaniel.
We started this organization in 1979 on the streets. The basic idea was that these leprosy patients should not be begging and trying to tell them that we love you and leprosy is not dangerous and don't worry about it. And for the efficiency's sake, we took this area, built 120 houses.
The children were there, initially they were not allowed into the other schools because of the social stigma they have.
This institute was started with a strength of 10 children and 1 teacher because other schools did not admit these healthy children of leprosy victims. Later, the strength of the school grew to 2,400 students and a junior college was also established. Along with these children of leprosy victims, other children of healthy parents study here. For the benefit of the children of leprosy victims, this institute provides free education, uniform and books. Shivananda Rehabilitation Home. This home was established by Srimati Kumudini Devi in the year 1954. Starting with 70 patients, it now houses over 600 inmates. She constructed a home and a hospital for leprosy victims. Medical and surgical treatment is given in the hospital.
Hand which have corrected from the thumb.
There is a rehabilitation center where leprosy victims involved in weaving, Wobblery? Candle making, etc.
The children of the leprosy patients, that is, we have schools for them in our own campus.
This home also runs a school for their children. After primary school, children are sent to middle school, which is outside their home.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky.
In Maul Ali, leprosy colony, there is a Ishwarama school run by Satya Sai Seva Samiti. Here the children are given free education, uniform and books. These are children spending their holidays at home in the colony. They are happy to be with their parents and friends. Children are found dancing happily in front of their appreciative parents who heartily applaud their performance. They sing in praise of Jesus Christ. Hello, 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 Jesus. We want to talk to you. And they sing other songs. After the songs, they learn lessons from the Bible. The Vedas, a group of sacred hymns and verses in India, make a mention of leprosy. Leprosy is mentioned in the Old and the New Testaments of the Holy Bible and also in the Holy Quran. In the medieval ages, it was thought that leprosy was a curse and punishment from God, and the victims of this disease were treated as the living dead. Hence, they had to warn people about their arrival by ringing a bell, or blowing a horn, or sounding a rattle or a clapper, and shouting, "Unclean, unclean." They had to wear a particular telltale garment. They were not allowed to touch children or give them gifts. It was a custom in those days in the Hawaiian Islands to dump the leprosy victims on the island of Molokai. A Roman Catholic priest from Belgium, Father Damien, traveled to Molokai Island to serve those unfortunate leprosy victims. He was their doctor, engineer, carpenter, gravedigger, coffin maker, and all. Reverend Carr and Dr. Isabel Carr. This couple had decided to dedicate themselves to missionary service overseas. Their early years were spent in going from village to village, spreading the gospel. She started a hospital there. She dedicated her life to the service of leprosy victims. The Maharogi Seva Samiti, a leprosy service center, was formed in 1949 and legally incorporated in 1951 by Baba Amte. He named the settlement Anandwan. It is in Varora in Maharashtra district. Mother Teresa started a mobile clinic for leprosy victims at the beginning of her ministry. In 1958, she started a center named Gandhiji Prem Nivas for them. She sent people for collection throughout the Calcutta city with the slogan, "Touch a leper with your kindness." She started Shanti Nagar, meaning City of Peace. A young physician of Norway, G.H. Armour Hansen, first saw leprosy bacilli, Mycobacterium leprae, in his Bergen laboratory in 1872. The bacilli are rod-shaped structures responsible for causing leprosy. Leprosy may be transmitted through respiratory route ingestion, or through contact, or through the surface of the skin. The two portals of exit of Mycobacterium leprae, often described, are the skin and the nasal mucosa. This is the medicine for the cure of leprosy. This is known as multi-drug therapy. There are 3 drugs, namely rifampicin 600 mg, lamprine 300 mg, and diapson 100 mg administered on the first day. Later, patients are put on 50 mg of lamprine, 100 mg of dapsone for the rest of the period, which is 2 years for the multibacillary case.
Out of 100 population, 98% never get leprosy in their life. Even though if they want to eat the Mycobacterium leprae by mouth, if they drink Mycobacterium leprae, if they inject Mycobacterium leprae, this 98% of the people never get leprosy.
The leprosy victims are going out to collect alms. These unfortunate victims have no other way of earning except by begging, as nobody allows them to come close to them or employ them because of the disease and their disability and deformity. But because they have to feed their children and educate them, they have no other choice but to beg. They are now returning after collecting alms. Rarely these patients rejoice. When the colony bell rings, it is a joyous occasion, as it is an indication that someone has come to give them something. So they rush with vessels to collect the items. Once in 3 months, a certain individual gives ration to many colonies in and around Hyderabad. Maul Ali is one of them. Five days in a week, the unfortunate leprosy victims beg in the city and sleep on the pavements, and 2 days in a week they go to their village, to their families. The marriages of the healthy children of leprosy victims is among members of their own community, as other healthy people do not give their children in marriage to them because of the stigma attached to leprosy. Christmas Eve is being celebrated in the Shantinagar colony on the outskirts of the Hyderabad city. The children are getting ready for the play.
Hallelujah.
Happy Christmas. Happy Merry Christmas.
They sing carols accompanied by dance.
Here I cry, Lord, we need your verse. ఇదో ఏసు నిరాకడ వస్తుంది ఓరన్నా, అదిగో ఏసు నిరాకడ వస్తుంది ఓరన్నా.
They also stage a skit depicting the birth of the baby Jesus.
ఇదిగో నేను పురుషులు ఎరగని రాని ఇది ఎలాగూ సాధ్యము? దేవా లోకరక్షక గొల్లలము మాపై దయ చూపుతానే.
ఈ దినమున ఆకాశం నందున్న నక్షత్రములన్నీ ప్రకాశంగా వెలుగుచుంది. మీరు రాక కారణమేమి? మహారాజా, యూదులకు రాజా పుట్టినవాని గురించి. ఏమేమి? మీ మాటలు మాకు అర్థం కావడం లేదు. మీకు పిచ్చిపడేవామి లేదు మహారాజా, మేము సర్వజ్ఞానం. లేదు, మీరు పొరపడుతున్నారు.
కనుక మీరు మీ నివాసములకు వేరే మార్గమున వెళ్ళుడి.
స్నేహితులారా, ఇక నుండి. సరే, మంచిది.
The children are given certificates for their participation. Bonalu is one of the important Hindu festivals which leprosy victims celebrate with the participation of all the colony residents, old and young alike. They offer puja to the mother goddess Kali, whom they believe to be their savior, protecting them from all evils. There is an ensign in red carried in the procession. A woman dances as though possessed by a spirit. The main part of the festival is the women circumambulating the temple with colorful pots on their heads. Then there is Pothu Raju, the brother of the goddess Pochama, one of the 101 goddesses worshipped on the occasion. Pothu Raju dances in abandon with his hunter wielding spree, driving away all evil spirits. Gyarve-Sharif is a Muslim ritual celebrated by a section of the Muslims in the colony where the old and young take part irrespective of caste or creed. Fatiha or prayers are said. Ganesh Chaturthi is another major Hindu festival celebrated in honor of Lord Ganesha. An idol of a god is installed in a newly erected pedestal and prayers are offered for 9 days. Lord Ganesha is considered to be auspicious in clearing all the hurdles from the path of devotees. Accompanied by dancing and music, they immerse the idol, Lord Ganesha, in a lake or a river nearby. The Indian Independence Day, which is observed on the 15th of August, is celebrated by the people of the colony every year. After the usual puja, we see the old and the young alike saluting the national flag as the national anthem Jana Gana Mana is being sung.
पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलति तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाए तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे जय
Now, these most fortunate children will join the mainstream of life within a few years as the dreadful disease of leprosy can and will be obliterated from the face of this world.